Hey, my name is Bram. I'm the co-founder of Floor Launch. I just want to go over a quick case study today. I'm going to show you a few results of the campaigns that were run for this specific client. I'm going to blur out the name just because of privacy and confidentiality reasons, but just want to show you like the back end of the campaign, just for you to understand what kind of results we can actually get. All right. So what you're currently looking at is the Facebook ad dashboard. Essentially, I'm just going to show you a little bit what kind of results we actually get. We are booking near to like 100 appointments per month for this specific client, and I just want to go over like how does it actually look like. All right. So first of all, we target a few different counties, right? So this is the Facebook ad dashboard. I'll show you like the SEO and the Google Ads dashboard in a second. So you can see we have a bunch of different campaigns running, right? The best one right here, let's see, it has 108 booked appointments. We spent around like $11,000 on that one. Currently, we're spending around like $150 a day on ads for Facebook. And as you can see, obviously the lead cost will differ, but like this is the campaign that gets the most spend, right? So this is the most important one to actually look at, all right? And what do we do inside of there is we actually test a lot of ads, all right? So we have a lot of video ads. That's basically the main thing that we do. And with video ads, we always like to really test different kind of hooks, different kind of angles. We like to use a sort of like flooring program kind of approach. We also test a lot of personal video ads as well, right? Like sometimes we actually send over a videographer to your store, just really depending on what kind of local market we're actually hitting. And we tend to see in more sophisticated markets, I mean, every angle can be overused, right? So how I sort of like to approach it, like when we come out with a new client, we just like want to do some research into sort of the local market, and we test. We test a lot of different angles, right? And if we feel like, hey, this test is going well, we still keep testing, right? Like we have an internal team that basically continuously is learning and optimizing and finding new angles that can work for all of our clients, because we only specifically work with flooring companies, right? So as you can see, if you spend, I think this campaign we spent about like $17,000, 239 leads. Obviously, the cost per lead is a little bit high, but these are leads that basically fill out a full survey, right, on a landing page, not just a lead form. And a lot of agencies will actually use a lead form, right, which is like a form inside of Facebook. But what we do is we have a landing page where we basically collect all their information inside of a survey. We ask their timeline, what they're looking for, and also make sure that everything that they fill in, so their name, phone number, and email address, they're all verified before they actually even come true, right? So there will never be, how would I say it, like spam leads, right? Which a lot of actual flooring companies complain about with a lot of these other agencies that they provide with, all right? So that's the Facebook side of things. So let me go into the Google Ads side of things. So we also manage their full website and basically the whole backend system. And currently we're building out a full web shop functionality as well. But just goes to show like Google Ads can still work, right? I would say that having the mix of Google Ads and Facebook Ads and being able to be present at both platforms is very, very powerful. And yeah, so basically what we do is like we cut it up within like ad sets for each different thing that we're trying to target, and we make ads specifically for each flooring group that we do, right? So we have a specific landing page for flooring installation, for carpet flooring, hardwood finishing, right? And all of the ads also point towards that specific page, right? And all of the ads are specific about that keyword, right? So if we focus on hardwood floor finishing, right? Like we have all of these keywords right here that we actually focus on specifically hardwood, and all of the ads are also specific towards that, all right? And then we also have Google Local Service ads as well. I would say that it isn't going too hot. I would say that Google Local Service ads, it slowed down. At least for us it did. For most of our clients it did. I would say like local service ads was a pretty good lead source earlier, but we're not prioritizing it very hard. But still, a lot of times we just set it up because it's just another basically call ad that we can actually integrate, right? Sometimes the cost will be a little bit higher, but the beautiful thing about Google Local Service Ads is obviously that you can actually refund the leads that weren't actually leads, right? So this is a very important thing to notice. And yeah, we manage everything. I would say Google Local Service Ads, most important thing is just managing all of the leads and making sure that they are properly getting getting the feedback inside of the system of Google, right? So they can actually optimize with that data. And I would say the most important thing and a factor that we see with Google Local Service Ads is actually having the highest pickup rate as possible, right? So that's also why we have the call center. We have an in-house call center that we give to our clients to actually pick up all of the phone calls that are coming in, right? So Google Local Service Ads, we spend like $6,000, 45 charged leads, right? So these were actual leads that booked. So whenever they don't book, like we have a certain method and we have some contact people inside of Google that we can actually refund those leads, right? So yeah, obviously top impression rate is pretty high, right? So that means essentially they're showing up almost all the time at the top as well, right? Like almost 99%. So it's like this is the most that you can actually get out of Google Local Service Ads, right? Like they're ranking at the top of the page. It's just that sometimes people are not clicking or actually calling, right? Just in this local area. And then just the SEO report as well. So this is for Flooring Store. They actually have a physical location. And I'll show you flooring installation as well. As you can see, they're ranking almost in the top 3 almost everywhere, right? But I'll also show you like when we started with them half a year ago. You can see here, it's it's drastically improved, right? So I would say that what we do is not, like, and what I want to go to show is like it's all the different aspects that actually get into play, and I think they're doing about like $300,000 in revenue per month right now, and we basically are their full in-house marketing team. And the beautiful thing is about that, like you need to basically fight the battle at all the fronts, right? It's not just one channel that will actually save your business. It's about, hey, how do I actually build my marketing machine at all channels, right? So SEO, Google Ads, Facebook Ads, making sure all of your your call center operations are properly done, right? Like that all of your leads are getting followed up properly, that they're getting managed by a CRM. That's exactly what we do, and this just goes to show, right? Like, I mean, we've grown this quite a lot, right? Like it's been improving a lot, and then if you go to January 1st, right? That's not the right one, but you can see so much improvements if you actually work on it, right? So the last thing that's very important, and I'm gonna blur some things out in here, are the actual lead follow-up, right? So when a lead actually comes in, right, it's very, very important that we actually get most of them booked, right? Because this is a lot of foreign companies actually lose out on this, is that they're able to generate leads, but they just aren't able to actually book them, right? So a lot of people come to me like, yeah, I have like hundreds of leads, but I just don't book enough, right? Or they don't even realize they don't book as much as appointments as they should be, right? And our average appointment booking rate is between like 40 to 50%, really depending on the area and what kind of lead source. But when a lead comes in, and basically gives them their contact information, we are able to, let's say, book 45% at a minimum in for those leads, right? We have some clients that we do even more, depending on the lead source. So this is on the back end how it looks like, right? This is yesterday. I'm just gonna blur a few things out, right? But what we do is like we text them, right? So and we also call them. You see there as well, like your call center actually does an outbound call, right? But it just says, okay, text us. All right, like okay, what's your address? So let's make sure we serve your area. He gives their address. We actually ask if all decision makers are present, right? Wednesday would be great. You also after that, we actually send out a confirmation message. And just so you know, this lead was already given us all the other information that we need, right? Like what kind of flooring they're looking for, what's the size of the project, what's their timeline, what's their budget, right? So this was all about just getting it scheduled, right? Because the lead source is actually through Facebook, and we already get all the information through Facebook, right? So we just need to get the appointment scheduled. This goes to show, and we have, and I'm going to blur a few things out here, but we have a whole backend CRM system that we internally use and that you also get access to if you work with us, which I would highly recommend also using for your own as well. If you're looking at this and you want to get some inspiration, use a CRM that you're able to text, call, and email, just so your whole sales team can actually manage all of the leads in there, right? Because honestly, like the follow-up part, it's like so important. It's just as important as getting the leads, right? Because if you don't build your call center operation in such a way that you can actually support, let's say, hundreds of leads every month coming in, right? You're just going to fail and miss out on so many business, right? Because if you don't call a lead properly, right? If you don't follow up with the lead properly in the first 5 minutes, it's just going to get so much harder, right? Especially if they're cold leads, like if they're referrals, they're probably going to respond and they're going to wait for your answer, right? But a lot of times people will just call the next one if you don't pick up, right? It's very simple. They just fill out some forms, right? And see which one they like. That's a lot of times what they do. And that's where your sales process, I'll get into later in a later video, but comes into play to actually make a difference. So that just shows the full process. I'm going to share some more case studies on this channel just for you to understand the different numbers, what we do at Floor Launch. But thank you very much for watching. And if you have any questions, just shoot me a message. And I wish you a great day. Bye-bye.